What if your father was murdered, your mother married his killer, and a ghost appeared demanding revenge? That's not just a story. It's the ultimate tragedy, the greatest work of William Shakespeare, and one of the most powerful plays ever written. Welcome to Hamlet, a tale of madness, revenge, betrayal, and death, where no soul escapes untouched. In the looming shadow of Elsinore Castle in Denmark, a young prince named Hamlet struggles through a sea of grief. His father, the beloved King Hamlet, has died suddenly, leaving the crown to his brother, the new King Claudius. Hamlet mourns, confused and distraught over the loss of his father, whom he describes as the glass of fashion, the mold of form, a man whose every action inspired admiration and emulation. He feels alienated from his mother, Gertrude, who so quickly moved on and found solace in the arms of his uncle Claudius, marrying him just weeks after his father's funeral. All of this seems unnatural to Hamlet, like an ill-fitting garment. Then one fateful night, while walking alone in the castle, he encounters the ghost of his father. The ghost tells Hamlet the terrible truth. Claudius, consumed by ambition, poured molten gold down the dead king's ear as he slept, murdering him in his own bed. Shocked and horrified, Hamlet vows revenge. But with this revelation comes a new set of questions. Is the ghost really his father? Why has it come to him? And how can he be sure of its message? As Hamlet grapples with these questions, the play delves deeper into the complexities of human nature. Over the next few days, Hamlet begins to exhibit strange and erratic behavior. He fakes a letter to the King and Queen of England requesting their daughter's hands in marriage. He writes, "I never gave you titles, kingdoms, provinces, nor anything of value, yet you want to marry me?" His actions seem mad, incomprehensible, and yet there's a method to his apparent madness. He's testing those around him, looking for signs of guilt or innocence. He knows that if the ghost is real, then Claudius must be held accountable for his crimes. But Hamlet needs proof, tangible evidence to confirm the ghost's authenticity and expose his uncle's treachery. And his opportunity comes in the form of a traveling theater company. With this, Hamlet devises a brilliant plan. He instructs the players to perform a play that mirrors the events surrounding his father's death. The actors portray a king who is killed by his brother, who then marries the king's wife. As Hamlet watches, he observes Claudius's reaction closely. When the performance reaches its climax, Claudius leaps from his seat, interrupting the play. Fearful and overwhelmed, he rushes out of the theater, confirming in Hamlet's mind that the ghost was telling the truth. Hamlet is now more determined than ever to seek revenge for his father's murder. But as we know, he won't rush to do so. Hamlet is a study in contemplation and hesitation. Unlike many heroes of literature, Hamlet doesn't leap into action. He analyzes, he overthinks. He wrestles with questions of morality, justice, and the very nature of existence. Meanwhile, the people around Hamlet suffer because of his delay. In a pivotal moment, he finds his mother, Gertrude, in her bedroom and mistakenly kills Polonius, an elderly courtier who had been hiding behind a tapestry. Horrified by his accidental murder, Hamlet travels to England, carrying with him a letter from Claudius that condemns him for killing Polonius. But before boarding the ship, he meets with the dead man's daughter, Ophelia. Their meeting is one of the most heartbreaking moments in literature. Ophelia, having already lost her father, is descending into madness, and the memory of her lost father drives her to death. As Hamlet watches her slip away, he realizes the weight of his actions and the consequences they have for those around him. He understands that he can't continue to hide from his responsibilities. It's time to act. And yet he still hesitates. On the ship to England, Hamlet changes course, choosing instead to return to Denmark, although the reasons behind his decision are unclear. Perhaps he wants to see Ophelia one last time. Perhaps he needs more time to prepare himself for the task ahead. Whatever the reason, his return sets in motion the final tragic events of the play. Back in Denmark, Laertes, Ophelia's brother, has returned from France, seeking revenge for his father's death. Claudius welcomes him back and reveals that he has arranged for Laertes to duel against Hamlet. Little does Laertes know that Claudius has poisoned him, turning the duel into a trap to eliminate Hamlet once and for all. During the duel, Laertes taunts Hamlet, attempting to provoke him into fighting. And when Hamlet strikes, Laertes wounds him with a poisoned sword. Furious and realizing the danger he's in, Hamlet kills Laertes. But before dying, Laertes reveals the truth about the poisoned blade, confessing that he too has been tricked by Claudius. Queen Gertrude, who had unknowingly drunk from the same poisoned cup intended for Hamlet, also dies. Enraged by the revelation, Hamlet confronts his uncle, accusing him of murdering his father, wasting his mother, and poisoning his own soul. A fierce struggle ensues, and Hamlet manages to stab Claudius, forcing him to drink the poisoned wine. Though Claudius falls to the ground writhing in pain, pleading for mercy, Hamlet refuses to relent. In a final act of defiance, Hamlet kills the king, but not before succumbing to the poison himself. As he lies dying, he entrusts his friend Horatio with the task of telling his story, saying, "The rest is silence." So why does this play endure? Hamlet isn't your average revenge story. It probes deep into the human psyche, exploring themes that resonate across time and cultures. Hamlet's uncertainty, his doubt, and his obsession with mortality reflect our own anxieties. The play delves into existential questions, examining the nature of reality, the purpose of suffering, and the ethics of revenge. Even today, Hamlet's famous "to be or not to be" speech remains a powerful meditation on life, death, and the unknown. In addition to its profound themes, Hamlet's enduring popularity can be attributed to its unforgettable characters. Hamlet is one of the most iconic figures in world literature, known for his intelligence, melancholy, and introspective nature. His internal conflicts and struggles make him deeply relatable, despite the fact that he's a member of the Danish royal court. Other characters, like the scheming Claudius, the innocent Ophelia, and the hot-headed Laertes, add depth and complexity to the narrative, creating a tapestry of human emotions and experiences. Hamlet's impact on literature and theater is immeasurable. Its influence can be seen in countless works of art, film, music, and literature that followed. The play has inspired some of history's greatest directors, actors, and writers, each bringing their own unique interpretation to the story. One of the most intriguing aspects of Hamlet is the ambiguity surrounding the ghost. Is it truly the spirit of the dead king, or a figment of Hamlet's imagination? This ambiguity adds a layer of complexity to the play, inviting multiple interpretations and encouraging audiences to question the nature of reality and the reliability of human perception. The ghost serves as a catalyst for the unfolding drama, driving Hamlet's quest for revenge and forcing him to confront the darkest corners of his soul. But ultimately, the ghost remains an enigma, leaving us to ponder the boundaries between the living and the dead. If you made it this far, it means this format works. So here's another play you can sink your teeth into.